What's going on, guys? I'm Tarot King the Prophet back with another Crown King Tarot presentation. About to do a January forecast for Leo. Yeah. Alright. I already said my prayer to the all, to the ancestors, you know, that kind of stuff, God. And without further ado, let's get started. I start all my readings out with what I call a fortune cookie. It's an oracle card. I'm gonna use the Moonology Tarot deck for this one. Oracle deck, sorry. The Moonology Oracle deck. And see what kind of message we get for Leos. Alright, 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 alright. Shuffle it up just a little bit. Trying to get my lighting right. Crazy in here. I'm in my semi truck. Definitely doing something different. My very first time doing it out my truck. So, alright, let's see. Ooh, excuse me. What do we have for Leo? Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Let's see what we got here for Leo. 4. 4 is your number. 4 is your number, Leos. Sorry for the background noise. It's a little expressway or whatever back there, right behind me. Like I said, I'm in my semi truck, so. All right, expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. If you want affirmation that you can see, I'm sorry. If you want affirmation that you can achieve your dreams and get the desired outcome in the situation you're asking about, then this is it. This is a card of beginnings, and there are powerful energies at work. But be prepared. It could be quite a ride, and events now could even be jarring and uncomfortable. However, any new directions you take will almost always lead somewhere better than where you are at the moment. Whatever is happening now is happening for a reason. You'll appreciate later on. A new portal is opening up, and all you have to do is have the courage to forget about the past and move through it. You're being put back on the right path. There is nothing to fear. The attuned to the moon, Leo, is never mind the past. Life evolves every single day. I got that whole creepy, scary movie look. Ooh. Let me chill. The teaching in this is new moon eclipses are among the most exciting astrological events. They herald a complete change of place. It's as though you're headed in one direction, probably being guided by your ego, and then here comes the divine, being guided by your ego. So Leo, here comes the divine, the goddess or spirit, to turn you instead to face the direction you actually need to go. Regardless of whether or not there's a new moon eclipse happening when you pull this card, it's a powerful affirmation of positive turnarounds, Leo. Positive affirmation of positive. It's a powerful affirmation of positive turnarounds. I knew I had a P word mixed up in there. All right. So anyway, I use the Wildwood Tarot deck. I have a little deck and I have a big deck. And I use the big deck to lay out the main general energy and also the energy from the past, present, and the future. And I use the little deck to gain confirmation to basically explain what's going on in the past, present, and future sections. Then I lay out a summary card from each section with the little deck. And then I come back to the big deck for a final message from the universe. All right. Without further ado, let's get this party started. Sorry about the lighting, y'all. I apologize about the glare. I'll get it right. I promise eventually. I'm going to have to turn these lights out back here. Turn this one right here. This one back here probably getting y'all, but this one right here is kicking my ass. So we're going to get around that. Get to it. And hit these 3 times. And we'll be good to go. I hate when I see the bottom card. Trust me, I do not know what it is right now. But there it goes. What's that? The strength card, the stag, the number 8. 8 meaning, for me, it's like something, a connection, something being made. And the stag is basically like the card of strength. You know what I mean? And not just outer strength, not just protecting what it is that you believe in, but also inner strength. You know, a lot of inner strength going on here for Leo in this reading, okay? So let's go to the past, the present, and the future. Kind of makes sense. All right, we set those right there for right now. In the past, we had the 8 of arrows. This is the card of struggling. That's another 8. That's another connection. You know, card breaking down some sort of connection. Okay, so if you look at this card, I don't know if you guys can see it with this lighting on. Like I said, this is the card of struggling, you know, but it's like a false sense of struggling. You know, it's almost like some crybaby shit, like, ooh, I'm hurting, you know what I mean? But you're not, you know what I mean? It's like nothing you can't handle right here. You see there's a lot of snow, but this person has a walking stick and also some boots, you know what I mean? It's perfect for the snow, okay? It's cold, but this person has on a nice parka. You know, it's dark, but this person has a lantern to see. They don't have to see the whole picture. They can see just enough to where they're going. Not to mention there's a path. It's a river, so they won't walk in circles. All they got to do is follow that river, you know, and they'll get to where it is that they need to be, somewhere positive. It's arrows all over the place, but none of these arrows are in this person. They're all on the ground, broken and all that shit. You know what I mean? So this person appears to be struggling, you know, but they're not struggling, you know, they are not struggling. And then coming to the present is the Ace of Bows in reverse, okay? So considering this is an ace and not a number one, no matter which way you flip it, is a number 1, you know, so that will represent a beginning. This is the aces in reverse. So we're going to say that it's an ending to something. And no matter what the ending of something always represents the beginning of something else, you know. But for now, this is the ending of something. And for me, this card right here represents a sort of being in the middle of a transition. Okay, since it's in reverse, then that means coming out of that transition. Not necessarily maybe out of it just yet, but coming out of that transition, okay? Then we have the Knight of Vessels in reverse. And this is about something flowing away, something moving away from you, Leo. I'm going to say, because this stone right here has a sword in there, and one sword represents a truth, okay? But it's in reverse. And I'm going to say that right side up, that sword represents your truth, your ego, something that you believe to be true, you know, but isn't necessarily true, if you get what I'm saying. And so with it being in reverse and this eel swimming up this stream, I'm going to say that this represents you moving away from your truth and possibly moving towards the truth. You know, maybe there was something that you believed in that kept you stagnant, that kept you in the middle of this transition. You know what I mean? And in this future, you're moving away from this transition. Maybe whatever it was that was your truth was what had you believe that you were struggling. Because remember, this is not struggling. This is just a false sense of struggling. It's like, oh, I'm struggling, I'm doing bad, da, 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 da. You know, but in all actuality, you're not. You're not doing bad in this past. But you believing that you're doing bad caused you to be in this transition. But in this present, you are moving away from this transition, okay? You are crossing over. You are transitioning, okay? And then in this future, you're moving away from your truth. And I believe that it's going to be something successful. And with that general energy right there, I believe that has a lot to do with you finding your inner strength, Leo. That's what I'm going to say. We had a card fall right here. That is the journey. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. So we're looking for some clarification on this past, present, and the future. That's a very good card to have right there. Okay, and right here we had the King of Bows just fell. And one more wrap like that. Okay, so we have, look at that. The same card, the card of struggling, to clarify the past. Okay, so in this past, remember we had this card of struggling, you know, a false sense of struggling, right? This card is being clarified by a major arcana card called the Journey. It's the 13 card. You know, regular tarot would be death. It'd be about letting things die and starting again. Okay. Well, in Wildwood Tarot, for me, we're also talking about for me, Tarot King. You know, for me, this skull represents a situation. This crow is picking at this situation. That represents somebody picking at a situation. You see this moon right here, and then these crows flying all around it. They're like the gossipers, the rumor spreaders. You know what I mean? That's what they doing. The only thing missing from this picture is you. You're not having anything to do with this. It's you moving on. Not even worried. But it's like, let them talk, let them gossip, let them be in their emotions, let them fly around, spreading all this mystery, all this hearsay, hear ye. You know what I mean? And you're just moving on past that. Then this is you. I think this is the King of Bows, and this is in your energy. This is a fire energy card. I'm going to say that this is you up here. This is them down there. You know, you got somebody that's all in your shit, all in your junk, just like paying you some sort of attention, just got their eye on you. You just kind of just looking down. You haven't exactly moved away yet. You know what I mean? But I think this is saying that you're above this situation right here with this journey card. And this is the King of Bows. Okay. I think this is you being above this situation. You know, I get that card so many times, and that card means so many different things to me. I actually hadn't got it lately, you know, but I hadn't done a lot of tarot lately either, you know. But I think back here in this past, you were actually struggling to get away from that crowd. It's like friends and family and shit like that. You know what I mean? They're the ones that's picking at a situation or whatever. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I feel like this is what you knew. You know what I mean? And so it's not that you disregarded the drama or whatever it was that they brought in this situation. It's not that you disregarded it, you know, and or that you were stuck on it. You know, it's more or less that it was kind of just hard for you to move away from that. You know, I know just from like my family and friend structure, you know what I mean? Like, it's like no matter how a motherfucker do me or whatever, you know, it was hard. It's hard for me to just leave them alone and stop calling them family, stop calling them a friend. You know, they're always going to be family. They're always going to be a friend. And so me moving away from that situation, I struggled just as you did, you know, just as you doing with this card to clarify the actual struggle card, you know. So I believe that the actual struggle there was moving away from these things, leaving these things behind, letting them have that bullshit that they're on. You know, that was the actual struggle. And whereas, like I said, it wasn't a real struggle. It was just a struggle that you created in your mind. It's just like, oh, it's hard for me to move away from this. It's hard for me to move away from this. It's like quitting smoking cigarettes. You can do it, but you have to want to. You know what I'm saying? So that's you in this past situation. You can do it, but you have to want to. Let's come to the present. Getting out of this transition. Look at Leo, and we got some Leo energy going on in this reading, in this part. So you have 20, the Great Bear, in reverse, okay? The 20 card, and first and foremost, you got the zero. The zero, no matter which way you flip a zero, is still a zero, and that's the all. And you have the number 2 in reverse. Now, the number 2 is about decisions, choices, whatever. And it's just like to some point you had no choice. Like I don't know what happened in the situation. I don't know what caused it, but you were just like, I have no choice but to move on. I have no choice but to get through this transition, you know. And that's where you were at with it. You know, like I said, with this ace being in reverse, it's like coming to an ending of something and starting a brand new beginning. This, the Great Bear is all about being judged, okay? But it's in reverse. So I think it's you doing the judging. I think it's you that is being tired of this past. These energies from this past, judging, misleading, spreading, intimidating, manipulating, lying. You know, I think you just got tired of that in this past, and in this present right now, you're just like, you guys are wrong. You know, it's not like you just up and just moved away from it. You judged first, and you judged harshly. This is a major arcana card talking about judgment. Okay, you judged harshly, and now you have this 10 of vessels right here. And I think in this present, throughout this transition, you are doing what it is that makes you happy, instead of trying to consider everybody else's feelings, consider what everybody else may be thinking, consider all these crows floating around this moon that's in their emotions. Instead of considering them, you completely moved yourself from this 13, from this journey, and went on your own journey and left all these things behind. And this is Leo energy. This is the sun. This is the beginning. The 19, 1 and the 9. This is the beginning to let the universe get involved. The beginning to live. Beginning to feel good. The beginning, look at that sun. That bright ass sun. That's your planet, Leo. The sun. That's your planet. You know, and I believe that this is about you doing what it is that makes you feel good. What it is that makes you happy. I think right now in this present, you are beginning to learn. You know, you are, and moving on to this future. Remember I said this is away from you moving away from your truth. Because back here in this past, your truth was you don't leave friends. You don't leave family. You don't abandon them. You ride with them. You know, and I'm thinking in this future, you're just like, I got to do for me. You know, let's see. Let's see what this is. You have, to start it out, the 4 vessels. This is about boredom. This is having something to lead on, but being bored. I think, I don't know what it is that you've grown bored of. This is the card of boredom, but it's also the number 4. It's the card of being grounded, okay? This is you being grounded, and maybe you're feeling a little lonely in this future, okay? Maybe you're feeling a little by yourself and just, I can't really say having a hard time dealing with it. You know, I mean, once again, I think it's learning. You know, I think it's learning. And it's funny, too, right here, because you have the 10 of stones in reverse. And 10 is about completion, you know, but in reverse, it's about being incomplete. But this is also the card that represents home. And I believe that this is you removing yourself from that home structure. And home is where the heart is. I'm not just talking about a physical structure at home. I'm talking about home is where the heart is. And your home back here is your friends and family. And I think that in this future, you're removing away from your truth. You know, maybe you've grown bored with the things that they are about. You know what I mean? The path that they try to put you on. I kind of feel like that's what's going on here, because right here in this present, you're feeling good. You're doing things that make you feel good. You know, and I think when you come back to them, come back to thoughts of them and feelings of them, you grow possibly a little bored, you know, and you're getting around to building your home, you know, moving away from their home and building your home. And this is the Page of Stones in reverse, you know, and this is usually about something good coming in, but this is about something good walking out. And I believe that something good walking out is you, Leo. I believe this is you leaving all the nonsense behind, moving on and doing what it is that makes you better, makes you feel good, going on your journey and building and having something for Leo and that Leo's family, which is hard for Leo. Leo is a very family-oriented person. The lion, the lioness, look at them. They're all about their pride. That's what they call a pack of lions. They call it a pride. They're all about their pride. They're all about their family. They're all about their cubs. You know, and I'm not saying you're leaving your cubs behind or anything like that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is Leo is beginning to think for itself, himself, herself. That's why I said it. I didn't want to bring it as a male or female. You know, it's beginning to think for itself and doing the things that make Leo better. Besides, at the end of the day, what can you be to anybody else if you're not better for yourself, right? Let's get a little summary going on in each of these categories. 3 wraps on these cards. I like the way this is going for you, Leo, and it rides right in sync with this Moonology Oracle card. Past, present, future. Okay? In the past, we had the 6 of vessels. That number 6 is about seeing things from all sides. It's the number of the cube. And this is the card of reunion, getting back together with something, you know, or someone. You know, but I think this is more or less you getting back into your ego, finding yourself. You know, I don't really think this is about you reuniting with anyone. I think this is about you reuniting with you, coming back to yourself and doing what it is that you, well, not necessarily at this point doing what it is that you need to do for you, but like I said, finding yourself. Coming to the present, another six of bows. Okay, once again, seeing things from all sides. So back here, before this, seeing things from all sides, before this number of the cube, this number of building, you know, maybe you were in a destructive pattern, in a destructive situation. Okay, but now you got 2 6s in a row, 2 cubes. You got 2 cubes, and when you stack them up, you have a structure. And you keep stacking them, you have a structure. You're just building, right? And reverse, that 6 would have been seeing things from one point of view, and that's what you were doing before. Now you're seeing things from all points of views, and it's starting to make sense to you. Okay, so this right here, remember I told you this is about you feeling good in this present, moving away from this transition, moving away from it, you know, actually crossing over, you know. And this is the 6 of bows. This is in your energy, and this is the card of abundance. This is you taking action and getting what's good for you, you know what I mean, and seeing these things, seeing the fruits of your labor come together for you, removing yourself from their energies, considering their feelings, considering what's going on with them, to make your life choices and what it is that you want and that you need. You're just like, fuck their feelings, you know. It's all about Leo right now. Okay, and through that, Leo is doing what Leo does, living in his ego and building and doing the most with that shit. Coming to the future, you had the 9 of bows. Once again, this is in your energy. The 9 is the universe, all in your shit, and this is the card of respect. Okay, in the future, this is the universe coming to Leo saying, I like your style, buddy. Because dealing with the universe, you have free will of what it is that you want to do. The universe can control this and control that, you know, but the universe is just like, look, do what you want to do. And I'm either going to respect what you got going, or I'm going to disrespect what you got doing, not respect what you got going, you know. And in this situation, the universe is just like, go on in, Leo, go on in, ride, rock, roll, do your motherfucking thing, okay? And I think this was a journey for Leo, though. I think it took a while for Leo to bounce back, and Leo, because Leo is loyal to whoever's around Leo. Leo is very loyal, friends, family, whatever the fuck, work situations. Leo is very loyal, and I think that Leo had to get rid of that loyalty to others and bring that loyalty back home to itself, to himself or herself. And that's what's going on here. Leo's being loyal to Leo. All right. Let's get a final message from the universe. The universe got so much respect going on here, and it's so dope. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna read that Moonology Oracle card again because it rides in it. Look at that. 3, the green woman, right? This is about creation, about doing what it is that you need to do for the betterment of all. You know what I mean? So it's not like you just left them behind. It's not like you was just like, fuck them. It's just that you stopped doing what it was for them that they wanted you to do. The situation that they were picking at, and the ones flying around like, you know, just spreading that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just everybody had an opinion, you know what I mean? And it was just like Leo just stuck around, just loyal. But this right here, this is the green woman, and she's strong. She is strong in her stance. She's not quite the green man, you know, but she is the green woman. She's strong in her stance. She's about creating. She's about building. She's about, and with this number 3 right here, that's the divine ancestors and all that shit, all in your shit. You know what I'm saying? But this is about having the right recipe. This is about using your intuition, going with it is that you know and that you believe, and being firm with it. Okay? Being nurturing for you. I think that is a powerful situation for Leo right now. You know, Leo came back to being itself, and now Leo is strong. Leo has found the strength. I ain't even mean that, you know, like no pun intended to the original card, the original general energy. I think Leo found a lot of inner strength, and now Leo is pulling forward, pulling ahead in life. Expect powerful change. The new moon eclipse, remember? If you want affirmation that you can achieve your dreams and get the desired outcome in the situation you're asking about, then this is it. This is a card of beginnings, and there are powerful energies at work, but be prepared. It could be quite a ride, and events now could be even be jarring and uncomfortable. I bet it is. Pulling away from all your people, bet they are jarring and uncomfortable. However, any new directions you take will almost lead somewhere better than where you are at the moment. I think it's just dope how it comes together like this. Whatever is happening now is happening for a reason. You'll appreciate later on. A new portal is opening up, and all you have to do is have the courage to forget about the past and move through it. You're being put back. Remember, Leo found itself. Leo reunited with itself. You're being put back on the right path. There's nothing to fear. Never mind the past. Life evolves every single day. New moon eclipses are among the most exciting astrological events. They herald a complete change of place. It's as though you're heading in one direction, the direction they wanted you to go, probably being guided by your ego, and then here comes the divine, the goddess or spirit. Look at that. The divine, that number 3, the goddess or the spirit. Woo, I got goosebumps to turn you instead to face the direction you actually need to go, Leo. Regardless of whatever or not, there's a new moon eclipse happening when you pull this card. It's a powerful affirmation of positive turnarounds. Too dope. Too dope. I love it when a story comes together like that. It must be something to it, Leo. It must be something to it because it definitely came together. Anyway, I'm Tarot King, the Prophet. This has been another Crown King Tarot presentation. Love, light, and blessings. It's been a pleasure. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff if you feel me, okay? Till then, till next time. Peace.